What's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, Stray Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do on the Jam Station. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money Making Thursday, last and final day before the All-Star break, man. I will not see y'all's faces for a week. I'm kind of glad. No, I'm kidding, but I'm not at the same breath. It's been a hell of a 3-month stretch for your boy, so a week off, I need it. So, we're going to enjoy this next coming up week, and then we'll be back refreshed, recharged, and ready to kick the crap out of the books coming out of it. Tonight, though, let's close it out on the right foot. 5 games tonight. I got to ask, man. I got to ask y'all. Did I lose the belt last night? Yes or no? We went 5-5 officially on the premium side. We did cash our NBA Player of the Night with the Los Angeles Clippers. So, 5-5, cash the Player of the Night. Does that lose the belt? Did I win the belt? Was it a draw? Did I retain it? Did I give it up? Let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think on what happened last night. But looking to close out the week and, the first part of the season on the right foot. First game on the board, we got the Golden State Warriors out on the road facing the Houston Rockets. Rockets land 6.5 here in this one. Line open up at Houston -1 last night. Then Steve Kerr did his post-game interview basically saying the NBA scheduled us late here in Dallas for ratings reasonings. That's disgusting. Now we're going to get into Houston late. We're not going to get into Houston until 3 a.m. I don't know if my veterans, my guys, my older guys are going to play in this one. Right now, currently at the time of recording this video, they're not on the injury report, but it doesn't mean, y'all know the NBA, that they don't just get randomly listed out later on today. The line is moved as if they're not going to play. So keep an eye out on that. Right now, it's Golden State plus 6.5. Forced to play this game, I would lean smallly on Golden State. I think there's some value there on Golden State, especially with an if the guys are going to play or not. This team needs these style wins, so I think they need to play in my opinion. And if they do play, then we have 5 points of value in our back pocket because they played instead of not playing. You feel me? So just a small lean on Golden State. Don't know if I'm necessarily rushing to fade Houston in Houston. Just my thoughts on that one. We'll keep it rolling. We head over to New Orleans where the Pelicans are 8.5-point home dogs with the Sacramento Kings rolling in. Total 234.5. These two teams just played yesterday in New Orleans. Sacramento beat up on them. Final score was 119-111. I told you guys yesterday I wouldn't bet this game with your money. This game is really the same thing. I really don't want to bet this game. Small lean on New Orleans just to play on the spot, play on the situation. Triple revenge game as they've lost all 3 meetings to Sacramento this season. That also happens to be a quick revenge game. We just lost to y'all last night at home. Now we get to play y'all again immediately. At home again. Small lean on New Orleans. But again, these are 2 of the worst ATS teams in the NBA. On a normal night, I'm not looking in the direction of either one of these 2 teams. Hard to bet. Small lean on the Pelicans. Keep it rolling, man. We got the team from Dallas, the Mavs. 1.5-point home dogs with the Miami Heat rolling in. Mavs did get a solid win last night over the Golden State Warriors. 111-107 was the final score in that one. Kyrie with a masterclass in that one. Tonight, I'm taking the Miami Heat. I'm laying the 1.5. The Heat are favored on the road in this game for a reason. And I'm just playing the X's and O's game. The Warriors last night, they didn't have the personnel to take advantage of where the Mavs are really lacking right now. Where the Mavs are really lacking right now is in the interior. They have no big man. Anthony Davis, out. Derek Lively, out. Daniel Gafford, out. Dwight Powell, out. All of their bigs are out. That's the biggest strength of this Mavs team going forward is how big they are, how much presence they have down low. But with all those guys out, that presence is gone. And I think a team like Miami that has a big that can attack that, Golden State, they don't have that. But the Miami Heat, they do. I look for Bam Adebayo overs today. I look for Bam Adebayo to have a huge game tonight. I think the Miami Heat come in here, play well, win this basketball game. The Heat played well 3 quarters yesterday against the Oklahoma City Thunder until they absolutely died in that 4th quarter when the Thunder Buddies went on a 24-0 run. And I understand why some people may not want to bet on Miami following giving up a 24-0 run on the road last night, now having to travel to Dallas and play the Mavs. I get it. But, again, I think it's a mismatch issue. The Mavs just don't have the personnel to match up with Miami tonight. I think Adebayo has a huge game. Give me the Heat laying the points, or just straight up on the money line. Just pay up a little bit for the money line. We'll keep it rolling. We head over to Minnesota, where the Timberwolves are 7.5-point dogs with the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies rolling in. Thunder buddies for life. Unless I have a clear, concise reason to fade Oklahoma City, we're riding with them, man. And that's just my thoughts here on this game. It is a pretty decent spot for Minnesota. If this was any other team, we might have thought about taking the shot with Minnesota, but we know how terrible Minnesota is at home at the crib. We have a nickname for the Minnesota Timberwolves at home. It's called the House of Disappointment, because just when you think Minnesota's going to do something at home, they never do it. They never do it. It's not the sexiest spot for Oklahoma City. 5 games in 7 nights. Also on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. They beat the Timberwolves earlier this season, 113-105 in Minnesota. So it's low-key a bounce-back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game for Minnesota. But ultimately, we know how bad the Timberwolves have been at home this season. And the way they looked last night against the Lillard-less, Giannis-less Bucks was not encouraging. Nothing here tells me to fade Oklahoma City. If there's any spot team that can overcome the spot and situation that the Thunder in tonight, it's the Thunder. So I'm on Oklahoma City. Just don't want to overcomplicate. I think they win the game by like 12 when it's all said and done. Even last night when that game was looking grim, they were down 93-83. Then went on a 24-0-point run and covered for us. Like, come on, man. Thunder buddies for life. Last and final game of the night, we got the Los Angeles Clippers laying 9.5 on the Utah Jazz. Total 224. Small lean on the Clippers laying the points in this, and I just think the Clippers are head and shoulders the better basketball team. They just recently beat up on the Jazz, and I think they do something similar here. They've beaten up on the Jazz pretty much every game this season. They just own the Utah Jazz is what it feels like. Just a bad matchup for the Jazz. And I think they go in there and bust them up. I know the Jazz got an outright win yesterday in the quick revenge spot against the Los Angeles Lakers. I thought it was a good spot for them. I had put that in the comments yesterday. I don't know how I ended up missing that game on the jam session yesterday, but I did. And then we had the Jazz as a premium yesterday. So shout out to Jazz. It was a good spot to fade the Lakers. But today I think the Clippers come in here, handle business, win the game comfortably because they beaten up on the Jazz all season long. So that's what I got for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that continue to tune in and watch this video. Again, I will not have a jam session for an entire week. There will be no NBA games, and I will not be covering All-Star Weekend. I'm sorry. I should be on the morning show a couple of days during that time, but I'm probably finna take a little trip. So kind of rejuvenate, get my mind right, come back, ready to hit the ground running, ready to attack it, man, and ready to continue to kick the crap out of the books. But I appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site, man. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon. I'm out of here. Peace.